Hi, this is Deepak, and you are watching Simcoe Community Media. To celebrate Black History Month in Simcoe County, Making Change organized Canvas for Change, a Black youth art showcase, at MacLaren Art Centre in Barrie on Friday, February 16th. 10 Black artists showcased their work, attracting people from across the county. Simcoe Community Media spoke with Keisha-Ann Shaw Hill, the chair of Making Change, and three young artists. Shaw discussed the program, its benefits to young black artists, and challenges black youth encounter in Simcoe County.
Hi, I am Keisha-Ann Shaw Hill. I am the chair of our board making.
So, what was the inspiration behind arranging this event?
Okay, so for Black History Month, although it's usually a time where we celebrate our wonderful, beautiful selves, we were thinking that we would like something that was specifically aimed at our youth. We wanted to give them the opportunity to express themselves, whatever they were going through, whatever their experiences were growing up as teenagers in County. So we came together and we produced this workshop idea that they had 6 weeks to work with this artist Ashanti, and then they could create pieces of work that spoke to them and that told their experiences that everybody else could get a chance to see.
And where was that workshop was held in here, Simcoe County?
Yes, the workshop was held here. We had the first one was on Zoom, and then one of them was held right here in the MacLaren Art Centre, and the other one was held at Shaq's World in Barrie.
Yeah, because I was talking to one of the artists, and he mentioned how much that workshop benefited him.
Yes, it
For
was.
sure.
Yes, it was really beneficial because Ashanti is a renowned artist. Like, she's amazing. But the thing about her that's really wonderful is that she made the kids feel so comfortable expressing themselves that she was such a wonderful mentor to them, and that was so good for them because some of them are a little bit shyer, and some of them are not as confident in expressing themselves, and some of them maybe don't think their art was that amazing. But she helped them, she worked with them, she could work with them on a one-on-one basis. Whatever they needed, she was there to provide for them. So she really pulled the confidence out of them, and she was able to help them in expressing themselves in a much bigger medium.
And why did you personally decided to arrange the event and support the artist?
Oh, as the chair of Making Change, I mean, our name says it all. It's Making Change. Now, we didn't just make this name up. We're called Making Change because we want to make change. We want to have an impact in Simcoe County, right? So anything that we can brainstorm and think about that is beneficial to us as a community, and even more so to our youth, would be an opportunity that I would absolutely jump on. So for Black History Month, we always plan an event that can be impactful in our community, not just in the Black community, but in the wider community where we can educate other people about all our culture and who we are. So I think starting with the kids and having something just for them was an amazing idea. So I did not hesitate in getting this done. And we applied for a grant. We got our partnerships with Electra Utilities at MacLaren Art Centre and Bradford West Willenbury Library. So we were good to go, and we were just so excited about this project.
Yeah, that's what my going to be next question. How was the support from the community?
Oh my goodness, the support was amazing. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but we had a fan box at the door that people could just vote for their favorite artwork, and we had to actually take out votes before the time was up. We had to tally votes and put them aside and keep the box full because it was just overflowing. People were so excited. Like, you see the weather today, it was not nice weather. It was a little bit nasty, and we were a little bit nervous about the turnout, but so many people came out. This is the second installment. We had the first one on February 1st, the beginning of Black History Month, which was held at the Bradford West Willenbury Library. Again, amazing support. Everybody loves this project. People come to look at the art. They don't just come on the days where we have the gala. People come around, they look at the art, they take pictures, they post stuff of people that they know, And it's just so exciting for everybody. I think adults are a little bit jealous. Maybe next year we'll have something for adults, but this one is strictly for our teenagers, and it's just amazing.
Yeah. And so one last question about so what are the challenges you see, specifically for Black youth in Simcoe County,
Yeah,
and
well,
what do you think, needs to be done, the support that, the Black community needs?
Well, I can tell you, as I said, the first kind of workshop we had was on Zoom, and Ashante kind of went around to all the participants and kind of asked them this question, like, what are the challenges that you are facing in Simcoe County growing up as Afro a kid or teenager? And a lot of them had some really sad, I would say, stories of racism that they had experienced in school. And the thing I found that was really profound about that was a lot of them, things they experienced were from friends, but the friends weren't really aware that what they were saying it would come across as racist, and it was just a joke to them. So I think just a general level of insensitivity by even people that we may consider our friends, but they just are not aware of how some things can be hurtful to us. I mean, we have other experiences that they don't have. Like, everybody here is from an Afrocentric background. They're bringing so much more with them to Simcoe County, right? They have all these experiences of their parents, their foreparents, their grandparents, everybody that molds them into who they are. Another thing I think is we don't have a lot of opportunities for youth to get together with their kind, right? So you may know another Black person or another mixed person from school, but you don't really have the opportunity to have something like this, that you can just be yourself with your friends and be yourself with people with a similar background to you or lived experiences as you. So I think if we had more opportunities for you to feel comfortable expressing who they are and just being their true authentic self and being around other people with similar experiences, I think it would go a very long way. And if general people would kind of be more sensitive and educate themselves along with that, we do what we can, but at the end of the day, it is still the responsibility of individuals to educate themselves. Like, everything is not a joke. People of color have feelings, and you need to be more sensitive. You might think something is funny, but you should really look at the reaction of the person that you are saying it to, and you might realize that it's really not fun.
Yeah, and it's kind of a tragedy that people needs to be told that the Black, teenager kid person has feeling. So my
But we do some work within the schools. Making Change is the only approved vendor in Simcoe County. So we do go into the schools, the public school and the Catholic school, and we do have programs. So yes, there is that. One of the challenges that I think that we face in Simcoe County is even in the school system. I think we're not doing enough during Black History Month. For example, my daughter is in grade 8 at an elementary school here, and she has said to me that every single Black History Month, all she learns about is Viola Desmond. Like, there's so many other Black influential people that they should be learning about, and you cannot teach the one history lesson from grade 1 to grade 8. We are much more than that. We have so many influential people that the teachers and the school need to learn about themselves and then teach our children about as well.
The three young Black artists share insight into their work, their inspirations, and what their art signifies.
My name is Queensleasor.
And so you have two paintings at the exhibition. Could you talk a little bit about those two paintings?
Sure. So my first painting, which I submitted to get accepted into this exhibition, is called Her Light, and it was a commission to create what God would look like to me. And then my second painting I created during this Canvas for Change program, and it is an inspiration from the Ethiopian dreadlock movement, as well as the Rastafarian culture and religion.
So what? Let's talk about the first painting, the God. So how did you? I'm not an artist. So how did you see it? How like what was the process?
Okay, so when I first got that painting, I couldn't really like just don't pick up like a paintbrush and just go straight at it. Like I had to really take my time and think about it so that I could create from like a deeper place. So typically like people would portray God like as a man, but for me like God has no gender. As a Christian, like God can't have a gender. So I didn't see anything wrong with me portraying God as female. So I also drew an inspiration from my African background. So like Oshun, which is the goddess of water in the Yoruba culture, and I also
And which country that is from? I think.
that's from Nigeria. I'm not Nigerian, but I have a lot of Nigerian
Yeah.
influence on my life as well. And then I also drew influence from Greek culture because at that time we were studying ancient Greece in class, so I just drew inspiration from that as well. Yeah.
And what about the second painting?
So the second painting, I have vlogs obviously, so I'm very into like the history behind all of that. Because for me, it's not just like a hairstyle. Because there are places in the world that I can't go because of my hair. So I really wanted to like delve into the history of all of that. So I researched the Ethiopian meaning behind dreadlocks, which started around the time when the Portuguese were in that country trying to colonize it, which never worked out because they rebelled and they prevailed. And I also looked into the Jamaican Rastafarians, who also wear their hair in dreadlocks as a religion and as a culture. So those are my two inspirations. And even on my painting, there's some Ethiopian symbols, as well as the colors that signify like Pan-Africanism and other West African influences as well.
And how old are you?
17.
17, and I was nowhere close to this kind of thinking when I was 17. So where this this awareness and comes from?
I would say it's mostly from my family and my upbringing. I was brought up by a mom who's very open to change, but someone who's not closed-minded. And also like because of the uniqueness of my family as well. Like my family's made up of a bunch of different people that are not only related by blood, because like in my culture we don't even have like a word for cousin or aunt. Like everyone is your mom or your dad, and like your cousins or your sisters. So they're just like this community that I feel is highly shaped me to be who I am.
And where that family background is from?
So I was born in Cameroon, but I currently live in Canada.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
My name is David Moseri, and I'm 18, and I did making change with Ashanti, and it was a very great experience for me because I usually don't paint a lot, right? And because of her, I enjoyed it. She made me love painting it more. I enjoyed working with every other artist. I like to see how their own style of art, and everything was very exhilarating. See people smile, see people happy, and getting to express themselves by painting on a canvas to really show their inner selves, because Black History Month is a very important for me because me and myself am Black, and our history should be remembered, and giving us this opportunity to put art here that inspires us and represents Black History Month is a very powerful thing for the youth. And yeah, I had a very wonderful time. I'm grateful for these awards that I've received, and hopefully I can get an art career from this and have more of my artworks throughout the way.
And so when did your journey with art started?
I started at a very young age, just trying to beat my sister in drawing because she was really good. And as I started trying to compete, I got better, and I started finding a passion for it, and I decided just to do it because I enjoyed it, and my skills have developed tremendously throughout my years.
So, and what is So you have four paintings at the exhibition.
Yes.
So what were the inspiration behind? If you can talk
Okay.
about a few or all of the painting.
I got you. So one of them is an inspiration for my mother because she's from Africa and she was born and raised, and she is a very strong woman. And I wanted to make a painting, an artwork that is a strong woman, just like my mother. The other one is the Black Panther, which represents a black group that wanted to get black people out there and fight for our rights and in America. Because I was born in Africa, I moved to America, and I learned about them, and they're really powerful in that they fought for black rights. The other one is called Freedom, and it's about a black slave that was moved from his home, and his thoughts of wanting to go back home. He feels unsafe in this new area because he's unaware, and he feels trapped. And I felt when I moved from my home, I kind of felt trapped because I didn't really know anybody there. I felt alone. And then the last one is called Soul, and Soul is about jazz music and how black culture holds, and music is part of black culture and holds a very tremendous part of our history.
And how you plan to take this journey forward? Because what I hear from you, it covers Africa, it covers America, it covers Canada.
Yes.
So three places that you live.
Yes. I want to see if I can go into college or university for art, and then just find me some people to get my artwork out there and hopefully make it a profession of mine, and so I can inspire other people just like myself to just even broader amounts of people, not only in Canada but around the world.
Awesome. Thank you.
My name is Kezra Hill, and I'm a young artist.
So the painting, you drew two paintings, one with painting with hands.
Yeah.
So what is the story behind that painting?
Well, the story behind the painting with hands is just a girl. She's very unique. She's herself, and she loves herself, but she has a very strong personality, and people and society try to take her uniqueness away from her and try to make her blend into everybody else. So you can see in the painting, the hands are black and white, and when they touch her, they turn her into black and white, so she can blend in with everybody else. Everybody can be the same.
Yeah, does that come from the typical definition of beauty that we
Yeah.
the
beauty standard.
the European definition of the Caucasian definition of beauty, and the other painting that you drew, what is that about?
So that painting was a girl with just a beautiful flower crown on her head, and that to me, I just really thought what I love to see as natural beauty. And when I'm walking just at the mall or something, and I see a woman wearing her natural beautiful curls, it's to me it just reminds me of the beautiful natural colorful flowers, and I just love to see it. So I decided to put my emotions and feelings towards it on a painting and call it Flower Crown.
Experience when you draw, how do you get into that zone when you draw? Do you sit in solitude, or where is it with friends,
I like to just play music, and usually if I'm feeling high emotions or stressed out, I decide let me go and paint because it will calm me down, and I love to do it. So I usually would just go into my art room, and I would just sit down, play some music and all my art supplies, and decide what I want to paint, and then I would just go at it.
And does your lot of inspiration come from you being a young black woman? Is that you?
Yeah, because I do feel us young black women, we have a lot of emotion towards creativity, and also I just want to put my art out there as a young black woman to kind of represent us and what we're feeling. And obviously I can't speak for everybody out there, but I do think it gives a good idea to the rest of the world. This is what we like to create, this is our art,
As we are celebrating Black History Month, what other unique aspect to the black culture that show up in your creations?
So yeah, there's a lot of like culture behind our hair and a lot of reasons why we wear it the way we do. It's like one of the main like ways we feel we can express ourselves, and we just love to show the world who we are just by how we wear our hair and stuff like that. So I really wanted to show like through the painting and my emotion, this beauty within the hair. So I decided to just do a bunch of colorful flowers with like metallics, different pastel colors to really just showcase the beauty and elegance of the hair.
Yeah, and just last question about the use of AI in creating arts. So, how do you feel about somebody just writing 4 lines and doing the art that artist takes days, months, sometimes year to create?
Yeah. I feel like if you are an honest and just creative person with a lot of ideas and you just don't feel like you can express yourself because you don't feel like you have like an artistic talent to paint or draw or whatever that may be, that AI is like a great thing. And you can put your ideas like, hey AI, could you draw me a beautiful world with magical like unicorns and rainbows, and then your art, what you feel inside, can be represented by AI if you feel like you necessarily can't represent it yourself. But I also feel like AI can be like dangerous in a sense if somebody is claiming to do the work that AI did, like, hey AI, make this beautiful, elegant like ocean, and they say, oh yes, I did this, it took me 4 hours, but it was really just a robot doing this. It's a bit like dishonest, and it can like take away from what's real, what takes time to do, like artwork, and just having it done in like a minute. It's like it takes away from the real art and what it actually is.
That was the update from Simcoe Community Media. Thank you for watching.